Hello everyone, this is James So Cool. Welcome to the very first NASCAR highlight video. Today we're going to be looking at our NIS race that happened over the week here at Talladega. It was tons of fun. It's an exciting race, as you're going to see here. Here we are coming to the start-finish line for the very first time, going into lap 1 to start this race. Already we have a car into the wall. The number 9, something happened to him. He just up and went into the wall. Here's we ride on board with the number 9. See if he misshift. It's kind of hard to tell. Just loses control and goes up into the wall. Rest of the field gets on around him just fine and continues to race. Now we skip on over to lap 14 as things are starting to get a little more dicey up front. Some racing's going on a little early, but people don't really have patience in iRacing. They're always ready to go up to the front and make it 3-4 wide almost, Talladega's a track you can do it in, but still, we got a long ways to go. Yeah, we're keeping it focused on the leaders here because, as you might can guess, a little bit of foreshadowing. Something might be happening here. And here's that something as the number 10 gets in the back of the 20, gets him loose off the turn 2, and sends him down across the field. It was a fairly large wreck. Plenty of cars involved. Not many taken out of the race, though. So that's fortunate for a lot of people who got tangled up in that one. Here's my view as I try to sneak through here, but I didn't get out of it quite so cleanly as the number 12 comes across my nose here. This ended up giving me a little bit of aero damage in the front, but not enough to cripple me, but still affects me throughout this race. So this brings us to lap 20. The field is restacked up, ready to restart. Here we are, starting third, right where I like to be on these restrictor plate races. I believe third is like on the inside is the perfect position because you can just slide right into second behind the leader. But that aero damage that I talked about, it affects me here, and I can't quite get up there, leaving a gap for that 27 to get in. Still, though, it's not a bad place to be right now, as everyone seems a little calmer after that wreck and more spaced out, trying to stay single file as we trying to get as many green laps as we can, because we still have a long ways to go, and we pretty much succeed in doing that all the way up until it's time to take our pits. We'll meet you then at that action. Until then, enjoy the nice sounds of NASCAR. I don't know, to me there's something kind of therapeutic about the sound of an engine staying at high RPMs for prolonged periods of times. Love NASCAR for that. Welcome back here at lap 51 as the leaders dive down to the pits and make their pit stops. Seems to go smoothly for just about everyone, minus a couple cars there. It's a little too early for my likings to take my pit at this time. In any race that I do, I try and use up all the fuel that I can before making it into the pit stop. Just to try and stay out as long as possible in case of a caution or any other mishap. So that puts us in the lead, if only temporarily. But hey, we're scored for leading one lap of the race, so that's cool with me. So here we are at the end of that lap that I led, going in for a pit stop. Everything looks smooth, but unfortunately it wasn't. I had plenty of time to slow down. I slowed down pretty much to where I should have been, but unfortunately I just kind of rolled off the brakes and kept speeding on into pit road and got stuck with a 40-second penalty, ruining what would have been a perfect stop. So here we are in the worst possible position that we can be at a restrictor plate race, coming out of the pits by ourselves with no one helping with the draft. But we get a little lucky here a little bit. As you see, we're able to meet up with 3 other cars in order to form a nice little 4-car pack to be able to stay on the lead lap, which is important here because the leaders are just 6 seconds behind us at this point. It's quite a struggle. It's very worrisome because if we fall behind and we go a lap down and not the lucky dog, we're in a terrible position. But we do alright. We're able to find more cars to add to our pack and increase our lead over the leaders to about 21 seconds. Though it is time to start worrying again as we're at the end of our fuel tanks. We're kind of praying for a caution at this point, and our prayers are received as the yellow lights start coming on. Here we take a look at what happened, what caused this caution. The 32 just spins out coming down the pit road. It's a very odd thing he does. I don't really understand what went wrong. Well, here we are, starting 10th on the outside, lap 90, 5 laps to go. We're in the contention to still win this thing. But hey, man, it's going to be a heck of a finish, though. Here I try and dip down to the inside as fast as I can. That way, inside seems to be the best place to avoid wrecks that happen. It's always better to dive down into the apron instead of being stuck into a wall. At least that's what I think. So yeah, as you see, the number 10 got sent down into the apron. Unfortunately, he doesn't keep it there, and that's going to bring out a caution. Here's a closer look at what happened. Seems like the 7 might have gotten into the back of the 29 just a little bit coming off of turn 4, which got him loose and down into the number 10. And then he tries and tries to just hang on to it, but unfortunately he just brings it right back across of everybody. Here we ride along with the number 27 as he managed to sneak his way through this thing with a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck. It takes a combination of both to really pull this off. Then we take it from the view of the 13 to his, well, let's say he's not quite as lucky. Well, this brings us into overtime, the first green-white checkered. Well, I hope you're excited to see how this thing plays out. It's a heck of a finish. Woo boy, what'd I tell you? Sure was a heck of a finish, coming across the line in reverse in 8th position. Heck, that was a good finish by all accounts for one of these races. For as long as it was, a shame what the number 11 did to me, but it's iRacing for you. Well, here's some clips of that wreck at the end. I hope you enjoy. Well, congrats to the number 24 for winning there. It must feel good to win one of these things. We'll know one of these days how it feels ourselves. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, we'll be putting out more of these races each week. So yeah, until next time, yeah, have a good one.